Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Sean. I wanted to make a little video today just talking about this camera here and the lens that I've got attached to it, which is the Sony 50mm f1.8. I do have quite a few Sony lenses now. I'll just go through a couple of them right here. I do have this is the kit lens that came with the camera. It's a 28-70 f3.5 to 5.6, which is a stabilised lens. It's fantastic, really good all round lens if you're starting out. Really sharp as well, and it's really good for video. I've shot a couple of short films with it already and some trailers, which is good. This one, I don't actually have the bottom on it, which is not good. It's just because I switched lenses there. And then we have this guy here, which is the Sony A7III f1.8. It's quite a small lens compared to the G Master version. The resolution is absolutely outstanding. It's the sharpest lens I've ever used actually, and I've used quite a lot. I used to work for Jessup's Photography over here in the UK. If you're from the UK, you'll know what that is. If not, it's like, I don't know, B&H Photo, sorta. I think that's the only thing that is comparable to. I don't know, but yeah, I've used a lot of lenses. I've tried a lot of lenses, and yeah, I've got quite a bit of knowledge about them. So about this lens, I have taken some notes. And I have noted some of my findings when using it. Some things I like, some things I don't. So what I wanted to talk about first was autofocus capability. It is quite loud. You can probably hear it. I've turned my microphone up quite loud so that you can hear it. So it's not the best if you're shooting in very quiet conditions, like in here. You can probably hear some buzzing from the mic as well, but I will edit that out. Yeah, so that's a little bit about the autofocus. The capabilities are really good. It is quite fast. There is some firmware that's coming next month to the Sony A7III camera body, which will enhance its autofocus capabilities as well as IAF as well, which is really good. I'm excited for that. And that's leading me on to my next point. So the IAF is absolutely fantastic coupled with this lens as well. I believe it actually enhances your resolution just because it is nailing focus on the eye a lot more than the previous iterations of the Alpha series. I am mostly a headshot photographer. I do a lot of filmmaking and stuff like that, and I will show you some video footage from this as well. I did want to shoot this in a vlog situation, sort of, or a studio setup situation where you can see the sort of like different lights, the bokeh or whatever, or just the depth of field in the background. So it's fairly soft, it is decent, the image quality is fairly good from this as well. It's not the best I've seen, but it is really good for what you pay. I got this for £179 from, I don't even remember where I bought it. I bought it anyway, and it's really good. So image quality, really good when using IAF. Before that, I don't know, like, there's a lot of people saying that this doesn't have good resolution, but I disagree entirely. I'll show you some photos here so that you can just have a gander and see what you think. From what I hear, this is a DSLR lens that has been sort of like shimmied into, I don't know, be usable for mirrorless cameras, but it is really good from what I can see anyway. It does the job for the price point, and that's really good. There's some metal parts in it as well, comes with a lens hood, and yeah, it's fairly decent for the price that you pay. You do get a lot of, if you're interested in bokeh, a lot of people on my channel have called me a bokeh head, but I don't really mind bokeh. I think it does add something to your compositions if you prefer cat's eye bokeh or perfect circular bokeh, which G Masters will give you. I don't really mind too much about it. I really do like the look of cat's eye bokeh, as you'll see in some of some of the pictures that I'll show you here and some of the videos too. So yeah, here's another couple of photos that I've taken with it. These are headshots that I did for my partner, who is currently in Italy acting right now. I'm just actually back from Italy. It's really warm there right now, and it's winter over here pretty much. It's going into spring. I would say that the autofocus is quieter than the Canon version of this, just from using it for several years, and having this, it's much quieter. So for the price point, this lens is actually fantastic, especially to beginners. If you want to take some more professional looking photos with the depth of field or the background being blurred out, this should be your go-to lens. This is perfect for stuff like Instagram, and just really quick. If you want to turn around good quality photos instead of using a mobile, this is fantastic for that. So this is like the Instagram lens. That's what I use it for, and it does work. I've used it professionally as well, so you can do it. You do get some quite hefty chromatic aberration though if you're shooting between very high contrasty images. Here I'll show you this picture of the Scots Monument that I shot in Edinburgh, where I live, and you can see just how bad the chromatic aberration is. Bear in mind you can get rid of chromatic aberration in your software like Lightroom or Capture One, whatever you use. Yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover with it. It is a very easy to use lens. I don't really have much more notes on it. I will show you a little video that I did shoot with the lens as well. So hello guys, I don't know how well you can see this. Does it look pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah? So my girlfriend's helped me film a little bit, but obviously I can't show you the motions of everything, which is quite annoying. This is my first time ever working with stone. This is albast in Dutch, which I believe is alabaster stone. It's quite nice, it's quite a soft rock, but it still takes some time. Just to show you how far I've gotten, I'm now making some little details in here. Not sure how well you can see this. I don't think you can zoom in that close, but yeah, I'm just making all the wee details here. Decided to keep some excess here, just so that it can highlight some areas, and I'm going to make some deeper grooves and just design the inlay of the shield, and yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. The focus isn't exactly perfect, but it is just a really nice composition, and you can mess around with the colours and stuff. Just the way I shot it, I don't know what it is about it. You could use this for anything, literally. If you slowed it down, used it for like even documentary work, this lens would be perfect. You know, you can use this lens in filmmaking and stuff like that as well, which is pretty good. So overall verdict, this lens gets a 6 out of 10, I would say, an easy 6 out of 10, and I think yeah, it's pretty comparable to the Canon one. I think it is a lot better. I think optically it's better than the Canon one, and coupled with the IEF autofocus system, you can't go wrong. So that's a basic review of this lens. I may do some other stuff in the future with it, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a little like and consider subscribing, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. And I've started on the back, polishing that up a little bit, but yeah, so far so good.